I'm Joe Concepcion, coming out of the Sebring Courthouse in Highlands County, Florida. Today's question is, why was I arrested for DUI if I wasn't driving? That's a really good question, and one that's fact dependent. In Florida, the law states that one is guilty of committing driving under the influence if one was driving or one was in actual physical control. That actual physical control is a pesky loophole that allows police to potentially arrest and the state to convict a person for DUI if they weren't actually driving. Now, that being said, it's also a loophole that's useful for us and helpful in our defense. For example, was the person in the car with the keys in the ignition? What were their other circumstances? Actual physical control is fact dependent and will largely rest on, was the person sitting behind the wheel? Did they have ready access to drive the car away? If the keys were in the ignition, that's usually a fatal factor. So if you've ever heard that if you're driving or if you've been drinking, that you have to sleeve it off and you should put your keys somewhere else, that makes sense. They should be somewhere inaccessible, like the glove compartment or the trunk or back seat, so that an officer that comes and checks on you can't say that you had ready access to your keys. Now, is this an absolute guarantee to not getting arrested? No. The best course of action is probably not to find yourself in that situation to begin with. But if you are just sitting in the car or you're sitting in a seat that's not behind the wheel, then you'll be in a better position to argue that you were not in actual physical control.